Well, hello, people. Sorry, my throat sounds a bit really scratchy because been eating really crispy food, and yeah, my throat's really scratchy. Um, um, I really want to talk about eBay. eBay is getting a lot more worse these days. I used to remember back in the days, eBay was pretty good, and it was more trustworthy and reliable and everything else. Yeah, no, it just seems like that's not the case no more. It's not really the case no more. It's more people, with all these scalpers and you know eBay letting fucking sellers get away with everything and everything else. I try to get my these money back from my these two posters I brought, and it was not what I thought they were. And I did order two big ones, two big large posters like the one you see with the Joker there on the Dark Knight Origins, that kind of size. And they sent me like small ones about that small and about that small. And that's not what I was asking for. And I did my research on, poster size and everything else. Um, and I clicked that one, and because I ordered like Blair Witch poster, the Blair Witch Project poster, and Cloverfield poster, one of my favorite movies. The sellers haven't gave me my money back. I sent the damn fucking thing back years and years ago. Contacted eBay about all this shit, and they practically got away with it. Um, I thought they would have done something about it on the day. Um, yeah, I would have thought they would have done something on the day. Um, that's the big problem with eBay these days. You got all these sellers, and they like to rip people off, and you can't even find a fucking thing what you're looking for. And if you're finding what you're looking for, right, it's over fucking price because of these fucking scalpers. These scalpers, right, are scum of the world. They overprice things and everything else. They've done it with the PlayStation 5, man. They fucking brought all the consoles when it got released, and that was fucking terrible. I couldn't even get a fucking PlayStation that time, and it took me about a year later, put myself on the waiting list to get a PlayStation 5. Wherever my well, he was a rental dude who I rent stuff from Rent for Keeps, and that's a pretty good website if you really want to rent stuff, and they don't really judge you that harshly because of your credit score and everything else. And it took me 2 years to actually pay for the PlayStation and everything else. Sorry, the PlayStation 5. Um, it took me 2 years to finish off paying the PlayStation 5, and now it's legally mine now. It's legally mine under my name and everything else. I finished paying it off. It's mine. And I never had the best idea in my life. That's my mum's thinking. What taught me, how I done that, right? Um, I said I contact my rental company right, and see if he can actually rent that out to me. And he's not working there no more. That's sad. He was one of my one of my favorite staff members. He was practically the boss for a time there. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. Sheesh. And yeah, he was a boss there during the time there. Um, and his name was Scott, and he practically got it for me, and I really thank him for actually getting me that, and I actually got a bundle with that. I actually got headsets, got two controllers, one of them broke because I played with them too much, and got it. Did I said headsets? If I didn't say headsets, I say headsets again. I got headsets, the PlayStation 5 headsets, the black and white ones, and I got a game with it, Metro Exodus, and it comes with two kernels and um, Sam's story. Great DLC, I should say. They're like great stories. Cut to the chase of all that. Finished paying it off and everything else. They're still overpricing all the fucking consoles, especially Xbox Series X, and that's what I'm actually aiming for now. And I just found out um, the company who I went to get my PlayStation 5 for, now they got all these PlayStation 5 Slims, and they got all these Xbox Series X I really want, because I do have Halo games too. I've got the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 Guardians. And I heard they just released on the Master Chief Collection. What I just got told, what they released from the Master Chief Collection, they released Halo Reach and Halo ODST, and that's why I want to get back in playing PlayStation games. And oh, sorry, not PlayStation games, Xbox games, and I do really want to play the Gears of War series. I heard a lot of good things about that game too. I really want to play that game. I want to play from the first one and play through all the other ones too. They're even overpricing them games. Like, sorry, not them games. Them consoles. Xbox Series X consoles. And they even overprice like games like Godzilla, PS4, and everything else. I've been trying to hunt down that game for a long time on the PS4. And they even overpriced it on the PS3 because I got told it got released on the PS3. And yeah, that's been very hard to actually get that too. And I tried to buy Free Willy, and they overpriced that too for $100 and something. And try to buy a Metal Gear on the PS1 because I do have a PS1 console here. They even overpriced that too, like to $200 to $300 and sometimes $1,000. Like what the fuck, you know? Like these sellers are just getting really desperate for money. I don't know who's going to buy that. If I was rich, yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat. But for a person who has an income like mine, I don't want to buy it. I could buy that in a an independent game store and actually buy that for like something like up to $30 to $20 roughly. That's my limit on buying games. Like new games, new games is a bit of a different story too. I don't buy games over like 149, like what they sell them in eBay games. That's just a fucking joke in there too. It's like scalping price. Like I'd rather go to Big W to buy my games because at least they're bit a bit cheap. I'm not saying they're cheap. I'm just saying they're a bit cheap. I brought Hogwarts Legacy for $89. Brought from EB Games. I brought the Red Dead Redemption for like $49. It was originally going for 64 or $65, I think. That's just a rough guess. Like all these games, right? All these PlayStation exclusive games, like they're just, even on PlayStation, I wouldn't even buy it. Like, let me have a look. Even Tekken 8, like what the fuck? Like $114.95. That's just fucking fucked up. I know it's a new game, but why overprice it that much? It's just fucking ridiculous. It's not if it's a fucking like special condition. Wow. The gaming company who built Tekken, they're pretty desperate too. They're selling like the extended condition for $159.95, and the ultimate condition is about that's about $179.95. Like that's just a fucking joke. And why I think it's a joke, because if you do get it on physical copy, right, whatever it is, like if they're just giving you a paper, like where you punch the code in to get all this other stuff for the DLC, whatever, I don't even know it's a DLC, but I can't really read it on here. Let me have a look. It's a DLC. But yeah, any money, that's one of my cats. Like you're getting all this DLC on a piece of paper, and paper like these days is pretty cheap these days. It's not like we're living in the Middle Ages, like paper back in them days were pretty expensive. It's like it's just like I don't get that. Like I just don't really fucking vaguely get that. Like I want to say something for a sec. Last of Us Part 2. And they're still overpricing the Part 1 game for like $124. Like, yeah, like it's the same kind of Kabakle. It's the same kind of problem. PlayStation 2 and these game developers like to overprice their games and everything else. Yeah, yeah, you could buy them in like Big W and all them and they would be a bit cheap, but um like let me have a look. Wait, what kind of new games I brought during this time? I don't even know what kind of new games I brought. Um, I just know I don't buy expensive shit no more. I don't deal with scalping bullshit no more. And I buy movies from Hock shops a lot. And I usually buy online, like when I'm on eBay. When I'm buying games, I go to these independent game shops on their websites and actually buy them. Like eBay's just getting terrible. Like with these sellers overpricing them that stuff. Oh, like by all means, you can overprice it. All I care, but you think people are going to fucking buy it? Especially all these Xbox, um, you still got there, and no one hasn't brought them yet. You practically made a lot of people miss out on buying PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X during that day. You made a lot of people miss out on that, on that magical moment, buying a console and everything else. You just dirty scumbags for doing that, like buying them all out because I got the money in the world. I could just buy about 6 and 10 consoles and overprice them. And if you got a desperate person, they will buy it. That's how you think in your head, scumbags. They do it for Godzilla figures too, and it's a joke. Hire toy Godzilla figures on eBay, they're like selling for $100, and if you buy them off like proper collectible stores, like I don't know about Hobby Search. I don't really know that site that much, but I know Big Bad Toy Store are selling them for like $50. I don't know about here because it's in America. It's a different currency. I think 50 is like $60 here. Um, yeah, like I just don't understand how these freaks on eBay like to overprice their things, and there should be a law about that, where it stops them doing that. And the thing is, right? PlayStation could have like made it easier for us to get a console too. They could have just went up to all these like sellers websites and actually brought some consoles back and put them back into the market, you know. And really, when you do look at the statistics on like all the consoles what that were sell like for the PlayStation, it's not really the best selling console when you do look at it. When you do look at it in a different way, a lot of people didn't really got the chance to actually buy consoles because you got all these dirty little fucking scalpers just like buying them all out, and it should be a limit. And now, since that happened, now PlayStation and Xbox, have a more strict handle by it, you know, and you're only allowed to buy one console at a time. You're only allowed to buy one, and I think they do. If you have another account, like an email account or whatever, they will kind of like look into that and probably check, you know. And if that doesn't work that way, they're still only buying one console, and that's it. But that's what I heard too. Um, they took a real big handle on that, And yeah, like they're only allowed to buy one console at a time. Like everybody is only allowed to buy one console at a time. And that's pretty good. They took a good handle on that, and they should learn from that lesson. You know, from all these scalpers and everything else. It's like eBay is becoming more kind of like criminal in its own way. Um, and you got all these like fraud people when you like myself, I send that item back and they haven't gave me my money back, and I actually checked their like eBay accounts. They're not even selling anything on their eBay accounts no more. It seems like they just jumped and skipped and went somewhere else and just like took my money. And because I was trying to get my refund back from them, and I actually did send the money back to them. I sent the item back to them. I haven't even got my money back. Seems like eBay doesn't even have a good handle on that. It's just like back in the days they used to have a good handle on that, but they just don't no more. Seems like they're sticking up for more of the sellers these days. And it's like I hear sellers complaining about buyers. Like you have no right to complain about buyers when you like fuck us over like what happened to me. Like you have no right. Like I always believe in the motto, the customer is right, and it's a pretty pity and a shame how eBay just let a lot of you know buyers down, and it's a shame and it's a fucking pity. Like it's really shitty, I should say. Um, yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later. And sorry, I'm not uploading any Skyrim videos tonight. I'll do it tomorrow night because I'm a bit tired, a bit whacked out. Yep, I see you all tomorrow when I'm uploading Skyrim videos, and give them a watch, please. Give them a watch, please. Like I don't, and the thing, like I forget about that. I'll talk in it in another video. See ya. Bye. God bless.